Simi planned her best friend's downfall for a complete 5 years, but what could make someone hide betrayal for that long? In Lagos, where December dreams shine brighter than Christmas lights, Bucky was determined to outshine everyone around her. She believed that a perfect dirty December meant looking expensive, confident, and flawless. For her, this meant owning not just one, but 10 original human hairs before Christmas Day. It was a dream far above her income level, yet the pressure of social media and the Lagos lifestyle pushed her into setting that goal for herself. Bucky worked in a small fashion store in Suralere. Her salary barely covered food, transport, and a few basic needs. Still, every day she scrolled through Instagram and TikTok, watching girls unbox luxury wigs, flaunt long inches, and take pictures in restaurants she had never visited. She saw girls looking effortlessly beautiful, and each time she compared herself to them, she felt left behind. She wanted to belong. She wanted that Lagos glow. Sharing these desires with her friend Simi felt natural. Simi was her closest friend in Lagos, someone she trusted deeply. Each day, Bucky complained to her about how she wanted new hair before the Christmas outing started. She did not want to repeat old looks. She wanted people to see her differently this year. She wanted people to see her as a girl who was upgrading. Simi listened patiently and then told Bucky about a vendor she described as reliable and affordable. The vendor's business name was Opu Hair Plug, and Simi made it sound like a miracle solution. Bucky felt relieved, grateful, and excited. She believed her friend completely, not knowing that Simi had a hidden motive and saw Bucky's desperation as an opportunity. The biggest challenge Bucky faced was money. She did not have the financial strength to buy even one expensive wig, let alone 10. But the pressure to look like the girls she admired became stronger than her caution. In a moment of weakness and desperation, she decided to make fast money through hookup. It was something she never imagined for herself, but the desire to glow before Christmas pushed her into it. By the end of the week, she gathered enough money to buy her first wig. Simi happily gave her the vendor's number. The vendor's WhatsApp profile looked convincing: a neat profile picture, clean videos, and even a December discount that made the hair seem like a good deal. Bucky sent the money and received the wig 2 days later, neatly packaged in a shiny pink bag. Wearing the hair made Bucky feel powerful. She carried it everywhere to work, to outings, and even for casual pictures. Compliments poured in from people who admired how transformed she looked. Bucky felt her confidence rise. In her mind, this was only the beginning. She believed she was on her way to getting the remaining 9 weeks and achieving her December goal. But the excitement did not last long. About 5 days after wearing the hair, she noticed an unusual heat and itching on her scalp. At first, she ignored it, thinking it was just a minor reaction. But by the next morning, strands of her real hair had fallen off, leaving small patches around her head. With each passing hour, the situation worsened. Her edges disappeared, her hairline receded sharply, and her face began shrinking slightly, giving her a sickly appearance. Fear and confusion overwhelmed her. She tried reaching Simi to explain what was happening, but Simi's number remained switched off. Bucky kept calling until frustration turned into panic. She tied her head with a scarf, wore a face cap to hide her appearance, and rushed to Simi's house in Yoba. When she arrived, the surprise was worse than she expected. The elderly woman who answered the door explained that the girl who lived there had moved out 2 weeks earlier. Bucky felt her chest tighten. Simi had moved even before the hair was delivered, yet she did not mention it. Still in shock, Bucky went straight to the address the vendor had sent her, hoping to find answers. But when she asked around, the neighbors insisted that nobody sold hair in that area and that they had never heard of the brand name. That was when everything became clear. Bucky realized she had been betrayed by the friend she trusted the most. Simi had set her up, knowing how desperate she was to belong. Her greed had opened a door for betrayal, and her friend had walked right through it. Bucky stood in the street, hidden under her scarf and face cap, trembling as the truth settled. She had lost her money, her real hair, and her sense of safety, all because she wanted to shine for December. After discovering the truth about the fake vendor and Simi's sudden disappearance, Bucky tried to go back to her normal life. Her scalp slowly healed, her face began to return to normal, and she stopped hiding under scarves. But even as her body improved, her heart remained restless. She needed answers. She couldn't pretend Simi never mattered. She couldn't pretend the betrayal didn't cut deeply. Every night, Bucky lay awake replaying everything. She kept asking herself the same question: why did Simi betray me? This question weighed heavier than the hair loss, heavier than the wasted money, heavier than the embarrassment. She couldn't move forward until she understood what she had done wrong. Finally, one quiet evening, she made a bold decision. Bucky bought a new SIM card and used it in an old phone so Simi wouldn't recognize her number. With shaking hands, she sent a message: "Simi, why did you do it? I just need to know." After sending it, she expected silence. And for days, that was exactly what she got. But on the fourth day, at exactly 2:13 a.m., the phone beeped. A message had arrived. Bucky opened it slowly, her heart pounding. The first sentence froze her. "You took something from me 5 years ago, and you pretended you didn't know." 5 years ago. Bucky sat up immediately. Her mind went back to her early days in Lagos, before her Sorale job, before she got close to many people, before life pushed her into responsibilities. And suddenly she remembered. 5 years earlier, she had dated a young man named Top. Their relationship was short but peaceful. Bucky had ended things because she wasn't ready for anything serious. What she didn't know was that Top had been Simi's ex-boyfriend before she met him. He never mentioned it, and Simi acted like she didn't know him, even when she saw pictures and heard his name. Bucky realized she was innocent, but Simi had carried silent hatred in her heart for years. To Simi, Bucky had stolen someone precious from her, and instead of speaking up or expressing her pain, she kept it locked inside, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. That perfect moment came when Bucky trusted her the most. Bucky dropped the phone after reading the message. It wasn't the answer she expected, but it was enough for her to understand everything. Simi's betrayal wasn't about her. It wasn't about December pressure. It was a wound Simi never healed from, a jealousy she never confessed, and bitterness she allowed to grow into revenge. As days passed, Bucky realized that beyond understanding Simi's reason, she needed emotional and spiritual healing. She felt heavy. Not physically, but mentally. Her neighbor, Mama Iriti, saw this and suggested Bucky take a break from Lagos noise and go to her hometown in Ogun State for a short stay. Bucky agreed. When she arrived in the village, she immediately felt the difference. The air was softer, the environment quieter, and the people friendlier. Her mother took her to meet Baba Aroseb, an elderly traditional healer known for using natural herbs, wisdom, and calm words to help people regain peace. He wasn't someone who did anything harmful. He simply understood the body, the mind, and the heart. Bucky explained everything: the desperation for her, the fake vendor, her bold patches, her shrinking confidence, and Simi's confession about the 5-year-old bitterness. The old man listened patiently and then spoke with a calm, steady voice. "Some betrayals are not about what happened now. They are shadows from the past that followed you. But still, you must let them go if you want your life to move forward." He guided her through natural ways to soothe her scalp and calm her spirit: early morning fresh air, gentle warm baths with natural leaves, simple herbs for relaxation, and positive words she had to repeat every morning. No chemicals, no harm, just healing and clarity. During her week in the village, Bucky slowly felt lighter. She slept better, ate better, and smiled more often. She came to understand that peace was more valuable than any human hair. And forgiveness, even when the person doesn't deserve it, frees the heart. By the time she returned to Lagos, Bucky was a different girl. Stronger, wiser, and free from the pressure that once controlled her. She finally understood: not everyone heals from heartbreak. Some people hold it until it poisons their friendships.